If you're building a career in project management, you're hearing about AI constantly, right? It's everywhere. But what does it really mean for your job day to day? Is this a threat or is it a massive opportunity? Well, in this explainer, we're going to cut through all that noise and give you a super clear roadmap of the skills you need to not just survive, but totally thrive in the age of AI. Let's get into it.
Okay, first things first. Let's just tackle the elephant in the room, the big question that might be keeping you up at night, especially if you're just getting started in your career.
The short answer? Nope. But honestly, the much more interesting answer is that AI is making the role bigger. It's not about replacing you, it's about evolving what you do. Your job is becoming less about the boring admin stuff and way more about strategic leadership and real human connection. You know, the parts of the job that a machine could never do. Those are becoming the most valuable skills of all.
So here's our game plan for today. We're going to start by looking at this new project reality we're all in. Then we'll dive deep into 3 key areas: data, agility, and AI. After that, we'll talk about why the human at the helm is more important than ever, before laying out a very specific digital skills roadmap for you. And we'll wrap it all up with how you can start building that future-proof career starting today.
Right now, we are at what you could call a major inflection point. I mean, think about when the internet first showed up, or when we all got smartphones. That's the level of change we're talking about here. And it's all being driven by these new generative AI tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Copilot. These aren't just fancy new apps. They're fundamentally creating a whole new environment for projects. So how in the world do you navigate this brand new environment? Well, it really boils down to 3 big ideas that are connected, and they're basically rewriting the rulebook for project management: data-driven decisions, agile thinking, and of course, smart AI integration. Let's break each of those down.
Let's kick things off with the impact of AI. And this isn't some sci-fi future. It's happening as we speak. A huge 61% of project professionals say they're already making better, faster decisions because of AI. This is a massive shift. It's about moving from just being a problem solver to becoming a problem preventer, using AI to kind of see around corners and spot trouble before it even starts.
But, and this is a really big but, these amazing AI tools are only as good as the data you feed them. It's that classic saying, garbage in, garbage out. If you put bad, messy data into the system, you're going to get bad, messy results. It's as simple as that. And this is exactly where the human element becomes absolutely crucial.
And listen to this quote from a project manager who's right there in the trenches. It just says it all. Technology isn't a magic wand you can just wave. The responsibility for good data, that falls on the team. As a project manager, your job is to build a culture where everyone gets how important clean, accurate, and timely information really is. This brings us perfectly to our second pillar, agility. It's really no surprise that 64% of professionals see agile methods as essential. In a world that's always changing, the old-school, rigid waterfall approach to projects just doesn't cut it anymore. Agility, with its focus on iterating, collaborating, and listening to feedback, is the key to navigating this new world.
And as this program manager from the construction industry points out, there's this natural synergy here. Agility is the mindset, and all this new digital tech provides the tools. They're both pushing for the same thing, making companies faster, more adaptable, and way more efficient at delivering value. They just work really, really well together.
Okay, so we've got the tech, we've got the data, we've got the process, but what's the glue holding it all together? It's you, the project manager. As AI starts to handle more of the routine, administrative tasks, your value completely shifts to the things AI can't do: leadership, communication, empathy. Your people skills are no longer just soft skills, they are your absolute core competency now.
This slide just illustrates that evolution perfectly. The focus is shifting away from the what, the technical stuff like schedules and risk registers, and moving toward the who and the why. Your main job is now to inspire your team, get all your stakeholders on the same page, and communicate a vision that people actually want to follow. AI can manage a task list, but only you can lead people.
I love this quote because it just drives the point home so clearly. Tools are there to serve us, not the other way around. At the end of the day, your ability to connect with, motivate, and guide your team is the #1 thing that determines if a project is going to sink or swim.
Okay, so we've established the job is changing in a big way. The obvious next question is, what do you do about it? How do you adapt? This brings us to the most important part of this whole explainer, a concrete, step-by-step roadmap of the skills you need to be building to make your career totally future-proof.
This is it. This is the question we're all here to answer. Let's forget the hype, forget the buzzwords for a minute. What are the specific, tangible skills you should be focusing on developing, like right now?
Here it is, the digital skills taxonomy. Seriously, think of this as your personal development plan. It's a clear path, starting with the foundational tech skills at the bottom and building all the way up to high-level strategic leadership at the top. So let's take a closer look at each one of these steps. All right, let's walk through this. It all kicks off with digital and IT skills. I mean, you just have to know your way around the basic tools of the trade. Next up is data literacy, which isn't just about reading data, but truly understanding what it's telling you. Then you layer on AI integration. This is where you start using AI to make smarter choices. Of course, you need digital collaboration skills to keep your team connected, especially if you're remote or hybrid. Then comes agility, which is really that mindset that lets you pivot and adapt. And finally, all of these things come together at the top in strategic digital leadership. This is where you're not just managing projects anymore. You're leading real change across the organization.
So you've got the roadmap, but what's the actual destination? What's the real-world impact of building up these skills? Let's look at the numbers and see how this all translates into better project outcomes.
The numbers here really don't lie. Just look at the impact AI is having on the classic iron triangle of project management: time, cost, and quality. A massive 68% improvement in getting things done on time. A 61% boost in quality. Yeah, the impact on cost is a bit less, but the message is crystal clear. AI is a seriously powerful tool for delivering projects better and faster.
So here's the bottom line. The most successful modern project manager is a hybrid professional. You're someone who blends tech-savvy skills with amazing interpersonal skills. You use digital tools to become an even better human leader. You're focused on the big picture strategy, not just getting tasks done. And you get that real transformation is about changing the culture, not just installing new software.
The report calls this new type of project manager a unicorn, something rare and incredibly valuable. But the authors are really optimistic. They truly believe that with the right attitude and a commitment to always be learning, anyone can become this kind of leader. The opportunity is absolutely there for the taking. So, we've laid out the roadmap for you. We've shown you the destination. Now it's really up to you to start the journey. So, I'll just leave you with this one simple question to think about. What's your first step?